The Human Rights Commission is launching the Social Harmony National Effort to SHiNE. The Commission is calling all South Africans to heed the national call to use this year's Heritage Day to develop respect and harmony in our homes and society. For more, let's cross to Senate News reporter Nosipho Mncube at the Freedom Park Heritage Park site and Museum in Pretoria. A very good morning to you, Nosipho. What's the latest on the Human Rights Commission's launch of the Social Harmony National Effort, or SHiNE?
Good morning, Desiree. We are just minutes away from the commencement of that launch, scheduled to take place or begin at 10 o'clock this morning here at the Freedom Park Museum and Heritage Sites. I spoke earlier to Advocate Bongani Majola, and now I'm joined by Commissioner JB Sibanyoni. He will be speaking to us more about today's campaign. Thank you very much for your time, Commissioner JB. I want to start off with the significance of the venue that we're at today. Why was it important for us to have this launch taking place here at the Freedom Park Museum and Heritage Sites?
Thank you, and also want to greet your viewers. The significance of this event was to initiate a campaign so that people should have dialogue. They should dialogue with one another or with each other, and these conversations are there to address the inequalities of the past and the like. And in that way, we would like to ensure that the people should be united, and then there should also be peace as we talk about national harmony. In other words, there should be peace, there should be friendship, and there should be engagement amongst the people of South Africa.
And the significance of this particular venue, Commissioner, this Freedom Park Memorial, why was it important for us to have this launch taking place here specifically?
The significance of the venue.
Yes.
You remember on the other side of the road there is a Voortrekkerhoogte, and then this is a new building after the advent of democracy. Now, as the South African Human Rights Commission, we have decided to say, let us hold it at a Freedom Park Museum, and also to implement the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, that the South African Human Rights Commission and the entity, the Freedom Park Museum, have concluded and signed. And then also to say we walk forward, we are looking forward, we forget the past. We are building the forward, and especially 2023, that is next year, that there should be this interaction, there should be this dialogue, there should be this conversation. You know, there is a lot of anger, there is a lot of poverty, there is a lot of hatred, there is a lot of violence and the like. So we said that should be thing of the past as these people of South Africa.
You have touched on a few of those key issues that you have been able to identify. I hear from Advocate Bongani Majola about the participants you had at your Imbizo, about 250 participants you've had in your Imbizo in this dialogue, but also seeing some of the threats that you have identified, such as inequality, poverty, as you've just mentioned, unemployment, as well as substance abuse. Are you able to touch more on some of those issues that have come up in some of the dialogues you've had so far?
As the South African Human Rights Commission, we've got various focus areas. Like my focus area is called land and farming communities, as well as the environment. And I want to focus on two of those, namely, number one, land. To say, as the people of South Africa, we should utilize our land. We are during Heritage Month, and as the people of South Africa, land plays a very huge role, or a significant role to us. And we are calling upon the people to say, let us use the land, let us plow, plant and harvest. And then talking about environment, global warming, the climate change and the like, we are saying people should devise some means and ways of how are we going to survive in this I will say it's something coming. You know, it's like a rock falling from the mountain. When it comes and when it strikes us, let us be ready. Let us harvest rainwater, and then let us devise a means to utilize a borehole, because people are complaining about water. And then we don't forget that there are people who depend, who survive on the rain. And then some of those people are staying in rural, deep rural areas. We would like to say this SHiNE, the social national, the SHiNE should be spreading throughout the length and breadth of the country. And then it also talks about the schools. We'll be engaging the various schools in South Africa to say, let them give us an opportunity to come and unpack it, to come and explain what we have in our mind, so that it should be spread to the young ones. In Sizulu they say, "Ligochwa lisese manzi." And we also want to umuntu abantu, mutu kimutu kabatu.
And lastly, Commissioner, I see that your campaign is going into different phases. I see phase 2, the launch of the popularization of the national effort, will be taking place from September 2022 this month until December. Can you tell us or share what will be taking place during this phase and phases to come in the following year, as I understand that next year will be your action plan phase?
Right. As the South African Human Rights Commission, we've got offices in each and every province. We've called them provincial offices. Therefore, we are going to encourage or call upon those offices of the South African Human Rights Commission that they must, I want to say the word must, they must have campaigns so as to unpack, so that each and every province there should be some campaigns or activities that is going to unpack this project, and then come next year it should be spread throughout the whole South Africa.
Thank you very much, Commissioner J.B. Sibanyoni, speaking to us some more about this SHiNE campaign, which will be launched this morning. We are a few minutes, actually it's meant to begin in a few minutes, as we will be heading in as well to hear more details about this campaign. We understand that other parts of the country as well will be joining us virtually in this launch today.